Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raya and I am your lovely host for today's video. Welcome to episode 6 of my Road to Millionaire status. So, I don't even know what we're going to talk about today, but today is February 28th, Sunday, 2021. And honestly, I want to discuss some things that transpired throughout the week internally. And I also want to explain why I feel like some of the things in the past videos are important to my Road to Millionaire status. So, I guess we'll start with that. Because my last 2 videos, I believe, are when I was reading out of my daily journal. And I know some of you are probably wondering why I feel like that is important. Well, in case you missed it, I get up at 5 a.m. these days, and my daily journals are self-care journals. It mostly focuses on self-care, but it also keeps me organized. It gives me a to-do list, but it also checks in on me mentally and physically. It gives me goals, and then I have to figure out ways that I'm going to achieve those goals and write them down. And for me, writing something down and putting a period at the end of the sentence just kind of solidifies the act that I'm going to accomplish, you know, whether it's that day or that week or that month or that year. So even when I did my 2021 aspirations and things that I will achieve at the end of the year, I said that I will do it, and then I put a period at the end of the sentence because I have no other option to do but to do it, you know? Like, I am saying that I'm going to do it, and I'm really going to do it, you know? And it's like, it's going to happen one way or another. It just kind of gives me different purposes for why I do what I do, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But I go through the daily wellness journal or the self-care journal just to make sure that I am checking in with myself as well, but also to document and show why it is important. You know, you have to take care of yourself if you plan on achieving big things. You have to make sure that you actually make it there, you know, and without falling apart too much. Like I said at the beginning of this series, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a bit taxing, but I can't hold on to that, you know. It'll have the reverse effect. I'll start going backwards instead of going forward, and so and then it helps me stay organized, and it helps me be accountable for myself. And teaching that accountability, that self-responsibility, and encouraging the drive is what drives me forward, and it helps me keep going. And honestly, I love it. I actually bought another journal. It's called a wellness journal, and it pretty much is the same thing, but it's illustrated differently. And yeah, I absolutely love it. It gives me it helps me see my purpose, you know, instead of me constantly wondering about it. And honestly, it makes me feel better throughout the day. And I do my daily check-ins at night as well in the journal, my daily reflections, and it helps me relieve whatever else that I was holding in or what happened to me throughout the day, write it down, put it into words, which also helps me in therapy. And it helps me communicate more effectively, which is also helping me in my relationship too. So honestly, it's just a win-win-win-win for me. And anywho, so the other thing I wanted to speak on, I've already forgotten. Oh, everything that has happened internally this past week. So, I had a job interview. So, me and one of my coworkers are actually doing things to get ourselves out of this situation. And So we were applying to jobs, a lot of the same jobs at that. Well, she had like her interview and then she got the job, and then I had my interview, but I didn't get the job. But I wanted to speak on when we were talking about applying for this same position. Like, it just kept popping into my head throughout the conversation, and I never said anything, but I definitely noticed it, and it has been like sitting with me, following me. It has enveloped me and everything. And it's the saying, "This is not for you." Like, every time we spoke on it, or like every time we spoke on what the position was actually about, in my head I was just, it just kept coming like, "This, Rhea, this is not for you. Like, this is not for you. Like, you can do it, but like, you're not gonna get it. You know, this is just not for you." And it wasn't coming from a sense of me knowing who I am, because it's like, I know that it's not something for me, but I do know that like I could learn, you know, and I could still do the job, you know, perfectly fine. But it's just wasn't something that I have ever wanted. It was a desk job. I hate desk jobs. I've never applied for one. Always hated them. I feel like they're boring. It has nothing to do with music whatsoever, nothing to do with the entertainment industry whatsoever. And it just kept, but this time it was like somebody was speaking to me and saying, "Rhea, this is not for you, but you have something coming. Like, this isn't it, but you do have something coming. Like, you can keep trying, but you're not going to get it. But you do have something else coming, you know?" And I sat with that for the rest of the week, and then I had my interview, and like in the interview, like 2 minutes in, not even 2 minutes in, she was just like, "It doesn't sound like a no, it just sounds like a not right now." But like, we were vibing. It didn't feel like an interview at all. We were just having a conversation, a kikiing and everything. But you know, she just said right off the bat, like, "This isn't for you, and I'm going to recommend you something else that you can try that would be more into your field." Well, there's nothing under that company that was more into my field, so there was nothing else for me to apply for. But instead of it discouraging me, because she did find out that I am a makeup artist too, she actually told me to go forward with that. And she was like, "Do that. Like, that, you will be amazing at it." Like, never met this lady in my life. She's never seen my work. But she was just like, "You know, you do that." Like, and then she said, "Good for you, girl. Like, you go and get that." And so I think that, or not I think, but I'm pretty sure that, I know that that's her way of telling. That was the sign that I needed to go forward with being a makeup artist. Like, I just needed somebody who was unbiased, who doesn't know me, who has never seen me, never spoke to me a day in my life, to say, "This is for you." You know, it's something that I've dreamed of for a long time, and I've gotten the stuff that I needed now. And like, I literally just finished putting my kit together and put it in the trunk. I just finished putting the chair together, so I have the chair together and it's sitting out there ready to go in my trunk. So that was my sign to just do it. You know, don't be afraid. Don't feel like you're gonna fail. As I'm sitting here, I just so happened to just now look up at this frame I have on the wall. It was something when I worked at home. I walked by and I seen it, and I was like, I have to have it. It literally reads, "Exist to be happy, not to impress others." And I bought it because that was something I already lived by. But I can tell that within this past like year, especially since COVID hit, I kind of forgotten that. Kind of lost myself out of that aspect. I was existing so that I can, or like, I was doing the things that I was doing so that I can, you know, get a paycheck, support myself, but I'm not happy where I am, you know? Or like, I was doing things that would keep me busy but not actually make me happy, but I was doing it so that somebody else didn't have to worry about me. And you know, now that I look back on it, a lot of things that I've done, like, I don't get me wrong, I love crafts and everything, but like I don't want to make a living out of knitting. I knit for fun, and it's good that like I do get paid from it sometimes, but like it's not my calling, you know? And it's like same with sewing. I love making clothes. I love making clothes, and that's actually something that I do want to pursue financially, or like as a form of income in the future. But like it's not my dream. My dream, it's not my passion. My passion has always been entertainment. And so the fact that I was forced out of entertainment and then forced to find something else it does not make me happy at all. And I hate retail. Hate it. And you know what? But I found something that I love. I've always been passionate about, kind of like an underlying passion for makeup. I didn't really get into makeup until college because my mom wouldn't let me like wear makeup to school and stuff. Like I could only wear performance makeup whenever I would perform. But cosmetics, hair, skin, nails, everything. I always would have my hair done, my nails done. My skin would always be flawless, but thanks to PCOS, it's like not anymore. But we're working on it. I want to get back to me. I feel like getting back to my authentic self. This video has taken a turn first. This is not well, I didn't really have a plan to talk about anything, but I find that these videos are the best when I'm like realizing things as the video's going on or as I'm filming. But I'm going to work on getting back to me. Getting back to me. And it started off, you know, I called out of work for the first time yesterday, but that was because I actually wasn't feeling good. It's not the Rona, but your girl just was not feeling good. I had a low-grade fever. My throat hurt so bad. It still hurts. I was very lethargic yesterday. I slept like a baby. I slept in this morning, so I didn't go to the gym, but I got up at 7, so it's kind of like only a 2-hour sleep in, but those 2 hours were much needed. But yeah, getting back to me, taking care of myself, doing what I should have been doing in the beginning. And honestly, if it wasn't for my daily self-care journal, I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed when I actually had to check off how much I take care of myself, and I would leave those boxes empty because I wouldn't have noticed. So, getting back to me is what's going to be happening from here forward. And it's going to be hard, but I have to learn to stop making excuses for not taking care of me and taking care of other people. And with that being said, I'm actually going to leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, though. And signing off, your lovely host. Bye.